Shark Tank that is hosted by creators. I'm surprised it took this long to come up with this kind of format in the creator economy. We're at the stage in this industry where the creators have the funding to invest in some of these brands and they have the audience that will be ready to purchase the product or service that the creator will invest in through the show like Supernova. But what if I tell you there's a lot more than meets the eye in this show? On the surface, it is a very interesting idea. The creators are there to play the roles of the shark, the individuals who will invest in those companies. The caveat with the Supernova is that for now, they're primarily sticking to either the advisory role or the investor role. In both cases, the creators are getting the equity stake in the company. For the companies themselves, the worst case scenario, if they get a creator as an advisor, they get the marketing advice, they get the support with building out the audience, and someone to bounce the ideas off when it comes to figuring out the products and the services for that segment of the market. In the best case scenario, they also get the funding and they get that dedicated audience that the creator can market to and help them sell the initial release of that product or said service. What prompted me to dig a little bit deeper into this show was the fact that they have very low count of subscribers on the channel, yet they attracted the likes of Jack Conte or Graham Stephan to be one of those sharks on the show. Turns out it was a lot more than just the quirkiness of the show that attracted these two individuals alongside of the other three sharks to participate in the Supernova event. The mastermind behind the show turns out to be Karat Financial, the company that focuses on the creator economy and specifically provides financial services to the individuals like the ones that we would see as judges on the Supernova panel. Graham Stephan also happens to be one of the investors in the Series A round in this company. Karat doesn't really have much of content outside of a couple of card demos on that channel, and it slowly primarily focuses on the Supernova events. But if you zoom out a little bit further, you discover that there are multiple different creators who are participating in the Karat Financial, and the whole idea is, how do you provide the financial flexibility for the creators to invest in their own business? The combination of the credit line, the bookkeeping services, and those networking events like the Supernova is the reason why the creators are considering working with Karat Financial. But I let their co-founder and co-CEO describe the true reason why they decided to start this company.
So it's a mix of, well, I'm working with these creators. I'm seeing the problems they have from a financial perspective. My co-founder's coming in and saying, okay, the financial system is broken. It uses outdated metrics to try and assess how creditworthy you are as a person or business that doesn't map to who's moving and shaking in today's world. So let's combine our forces. Let's build financial products for creators that treat them like businesses. That, yeah, we've started with a credit card because it's the easiest way to explain what we're doing. We're going to go into bank accounts, into taxes, into mortgages, and just a little bit of everything to make it a one-stop shop.
Unfortunately, I am not a client of Karat's financial services. I cannot really speak to exact specifics of what it's like to be their client, but based on my research, the three areas that they focus on make a lot of sense. The credit line is the best way for the creators to invest in their own future growth, especially in a world where the banking institutions are still having a hard time understanding how to predict the growth of the creator in the creator economy. The bookkeeping services and taxes, like, everyone should outsource them to the professionals because it's so complex and it unnecessarily takes away the time from the creator of actually creating their content. Finally, the Supernova events, besides being the networking opportunity for the creators to commingle and figure out potential collaborations, it's also a great way to produce a copycat of a popular cable show. But now, for those who've watched Shark Tank before and watched those legacy investors invest in the startups, for them it's much easier now to imagine their favorite YouTubers sitting in that seat, making the decisions that can change the lives of those startup founders and truly put the creators from the creator economy on the map. The challenge that I see for Karat Financial for the Supernova events is the fact that it's only a matter of time before those large financial institutions realize that they should be focusing their eyes on the creator economy. At that point, they'll be able to funnel their ocean of funds into this industry. And for Karat Financial, don't get me wrong, on nearly $50 million raised is a lot of money, but when you consider the hiring needs, the technological development needs, and the fact that as the company gets more popular, there'll be more creators that will require that credit line. 50 million will run you barely a year before you have to go pursue another round of financing. And this is where I have a controversial opinion. I think Karat Financial should not only provide the services to the creators, but they should actually consider the IPO-like event where they would list themselves, but specifically to allow the creators of certain size to invest back into Karat Financial. After all, the only way we can grow this industry and sustain it without necessarily relying on that outside capital that will try to bring their own cultures and the all archaic methods of doing business is by investing into our own industry in the first place. But aside from that, and a couple of just normal scale issues that any startup faces at this stage of growth, it's actually a great idea. I love the fact that they're focusing on the creator economy. I love the idea of this quirky, sometimes awkwardly okay produced show, simply because it underlines the importance of the creators in this new economy. The fact that we will soon stop calling it creator economy and it's just going to be the economy led by the influencers and their ownership of the brands. This is that initial step where we now slowly see creators moving away from their desks, moving away from the cameras, sitting in that chair of the decision maker who decides how to deploy the capital. And their influence on those small businesses will echo for years to come and will truly change a lot of industries based on a simple inclusion of very talented and creative individuals who now have a little bit of cash to burn. No wonder the growth of the creator economy, the creators, and their ability to place their names on the map would get me excited. And yes, I am biased and I kind of cheer for Karat Financial to succeed. Did you enjoy learning a little bit more about Karat Financial, about the Supernova, about how they can influence the creator economy and industries overall? If so, don't forget to check out this video where I talk a little bit more about Graham Stephan, someone I discussed as one of the investors in the Karat Financial. That guy is up to some fun stuff. And if you enjoy my kind of content, subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you next Saturday. Peace!